What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Tay. Got a reaction video for y'all today, man. This joint been coming across my feed. Actually, I was on YouTube and I scrolled and I saw it, and I was like, man, let me see what people are saying, man. And I've seen it a few times, and so I want to give my reaction to it because I do think it is something that us as men struggle with trying to understand what success, what makes me a man, things of that nature. I think there's a very interesting tug of war going on here between material things and things of more substance, if I could say that. But this your boy Terry. This is the Influence channel. We focus on our relationship with God, our relationship with self, and our relationship with people. Y'all stay tapped in. You already know.
That's like a fucking Mississippi 6. Like, what the fuck you talking about? Don't give me relationship advice to my 10 when you got a 2, motherfucker. Shut up. But this whole thing. People don't think I'm going to put the measuring stick to their motherfucking face. They better just watch what they say around a motherfucker who's beating them in every area. And if someone is beating you, just ask them. Just be humble. Like, your bitch is better than mine. How'd you get her? That car's way more than mine. How'd you do it? You make more than me. What's up? Like, just fucking ask. And that's the thing. People aren't humble enough to ask. That's my shit. It's got to be across the board. You better have a bad bitch. You better be ripped. You better fucking be rolling some sick shit. That's what I like. I grew up hustling. There has to be rims on my goddamn Phantom. Go out front. That ain't normal Phantom. That's a Mansory Phantom. I don't have the normal shit. Fuck that. Chick's got upgrades. Done.
Well said, Wes. God damn, with the fire. Shit.
I've been watching Goldie's content. That's the reason. I've been watching Goldie's content.
All right, so excuse all of the language and stuff, but I didn't play all of it, and everything I'm saying is based off of this. I think it's about a 20-minute clip. Whoever Wes is as a man, hey, that's who he is. Whoever, no matter who these gentlemen are, I'm just going based off of this 20-minute clip. But I didn't play all of what he was saying in that first part because it's a whole bunch of cursing, and he's really not saying much of anything. To be quite honest, I think his whole perspective of success was rolled up into one part where he said, car, make sure you got a bad girl, and that you ripped. That's pretty much his definition of success.
My definition of success will probably be far different than everybody else's on the panel. I'll probably maybe be the lone dissenter, but my definition of success is having a family, having children, and being part of the apparatus of the world. And true wealth is a rejection of materialism. As Christ said himself, what good does it benefit a man to gain the entire world at the cost of his soul? And essentially, when I think of wealth,
I love that scripture. That was like one of the first Bible scriptures that I read where I felt like, God, like, you feel me, you understand how I feel inside. So that scripture was alright.
think of materialism. It's okay to have materialism. It's not against Christian ethics to become rich, become wealthy. But I just think it's all beside the point, ultimately. You're trying to go for a single thing, and it's to achieve something greater than
money?
The person.
Does he have money?
No.
Do you have money?
No, I don't have.
How much money do you have?
I don't have money. But here's the thing. Why is money valuable?
Do you have money?
What is money valuable for?
I'm just asking. Do you have money?
I just said no. I'm broke. I'm a nobody.
No, but really, you are?
Yeah.
Is he really broke?
Yeah.
I just want to know. I have to know.
No, I'm not. I'm not one of these rich guys. I don't have a Bugatti. I don't have a Lambo.
I just really have to know. Like, how much money you got?
Probably $5 in my pocket. Not much more.
Can anyone answer for the guy?
Why do they think I'm kidding? I have a family. I take care of an entire family. That takes a lot of money.
He's doing all right.
Okay,
it's okay.
This is the thing, you guys. If you ain't fit, you can't say it's not all about being in good shape.
Why not?
If you don't have money, you can't say it's not all about money.
Yeah, why not?
But if he does have money, he can say that.
Why not? Why can't you say? Why must you have the thing before you hang on? Let me ask the question.
Because hypothetical is hypocritical.
Let me ask the question.
Hypothetical is hypocritical.
How do you even know what I was going to say before I've even been allowed to ask the question?
I know what you're going to say.
And I think in this video, you start seeing. I'm not even to come at who Wes is, but you start seeing the difference in between boys and men who can communicate and put their message out, have a dialogue such as this where it's like, all right, people ain't gonna agree with me, whatever it is like that. Now, you may not be coming, I don't think they're up there trying to debate or anything like that. But I do think part of everyone's answer is like another piece in the puzzle as towards what men should be doing. But he starts having these outbursts and things like that, and it really gets disrespectful. It goes left when really one person speak, another person speak, whatever it is like that, and then y'all could kind of just chop it up with one another. But it takes a crazy turn for no reason, to be honest. But the one thing I'm seeing is that he has total disregard for anything that the dude is saying. Do you have money? And I kind of understand the guy's question as to why do I need to have the thing in order to tell you it's not about that. Well, let's just take the entertainment space. See, a lot of entertainers and people who they go through these highs, but then their lows go crazy, very, very low. They get depressed and all of these different things, and they get to experience the dang, money ain't everything. You know, a lot of people, they think, oh, if I just become rich, all the problems will go away, but nah, not really. And so I understand. I don't know I'm assuming his name is Andrew. I've seen some people in the comments of that video was saying that his name is Andrew. But I understand his point of why do I have to have something in order to say it's not all about that? Because you could just learn from other people. You could watch it from afar. I mean, you're not going to have a full understanding of it, but you could look and determine for yourself, is that a path that I want to take? You know, and sometimes because we're in such a grind culture and things like that, we think it's all about the money, all about the money. But this brings me to Shaq. Yo, he put his family on the back burner. I think Wes was saying it, that it's not black and white. You got to be great at everything. I think that's something that he said in the video. But Shaq was telling Jason Kelsey, yo, spend time with your kids, enjoy it, relax. Like, I have a 75, I forgot how much square foot he said, but he's like, I got this big house, nobody's in it. So I don't have riches, but I could listen to a man who pursued riches, who pursued and lived in that lifestyle and say, nah, maybe that's not everything. Because when you on your deathbed, you going to want family around you. When you on your last days, when you're not healthy and you struggling, your coworkers ain't going to be there. Them cars you ain't even going to drive. Once your health start deteriorating. So there's just things that matter in life that money just can't buy. You can't buy love. And that's the main thing we all yearn for. Some people front, act like they not, but we are. I would even define success as that. Fulfillment. Because that's really what we all seek after. But the thing about chasing cars, there'll always be another car. Oh, I want the baddie. If I just get a good looking woman in my life, I'll be good. There's always gonna be another baddie. Or if I get this fancy house, there's always gonna be another house you could get. When do you feel, all right, boom? You don't. But with a family, but with a wife, and that's another thing I commend about the men who was talking about family. I think Tony Gaskins was saying, I don't respect a man unless he's married and faithful. Because that's the highest, that's the peak of a man. Anybody could get a whole bunch of women and have sex with them and do all of this other stuff. And as a Christian, you know, I'm not advising all of that. But I'm saying a man who is faithful to his wife, to his family, now that's something to look at.
Definitely so.
I've lived the lowest lows and the highest highs.
Well, what's the distinction? After you make X amount, hundreds of thousands of dollars, if you look at the studies done on this, it does not.
I don't fit no fucking studies.
It does not
bro.
hugely improve a person's life.
Are you proud of who the fuck
Bro,
you are?
Why
well,
don't
look
you
at,
even
are
let
you
me
proud?
get-
If you look in the mirror, would you guys say this motherfucker's proud of who the fuck he is? That's a bag of trash, dude.
He calls him a bag of trash. They basically start going on this riffraff back and forth. Y'all definitely go check the video out, and I'm sure you're gonna have your own conclusions from it. But again, like what I think about the guys who are working the 9 to 5, like even if we think about this, right, the stuff that you have to do, the sacrifices you have to make on the journey to the riches, it's not just like those sacrifices are the same sacrifices that you're gonna have to make when you get the riches, because once you get it, you now have to keep it. So it's not just about getting to the spot. Now keep it. So the thing I realized, and I also heard like Shannon Sharp, he was talking about it too. Like, yo, there's a price for greatness. And Shannon Sharp, I hear a lot when he talk on Nightcap that like, yo, I just understand that, yo, when my mind is focused and I want to be great on something, I can't be great and then go have a relationship. I did a video a long time ago when Tom Brady first, I think he first retired, but I can't remember, but I'll put the video up. But I talked about how there's a sacrifice. You can't be the greatest, like Tom Brady. You can't be the greatest quarterback of all time and then be the greatest dad of all time. Because to be a father takes your presence. You must be there. You must be present. You must instruct. You must guide. Sometimes your kids need you. Like I heard it said, love is not spelled Love. It's spelled Time. If you're not around, what's up? Because you may be able to, make sure the kids got the freshest clothes. I make sure they go to the nicest school. What about impact? And I feel as a man, as a father, if your child has to go out to seek for a father figure, you have failed. Because that's not how God designed it. The Bible tells us that family is the man's first ministry. That's the first thing that God even established was the family. Weird how, and like I said, you see the tug of war between two dynamics with materialism, the ways and cares of the world. Oh, make sure, like he said, like he spoke for about 4 minutes, and that 4 minutes was summed up into make sure you got a baddie, make sure you got a fly car, and make sure your physical fitness is on point. Make sure you're ripped. That's it? That's dull. That's empty. What else? When people start reverting to name calling and trying to embarrass you and humiliate you, they know they lost.
Pull your fucking shirt
Because
off.
I've been.
Tell me you're fucking proud
Because
of yourself.
I've been to fucking prison.
Jesus Christ!
Because
look
I've been
at
to
you,
prison?
bro. You got 10-inch arms and tits. Men don't have tits.
No,
guys.
they go to prison where
They start talking about family, ask the dude how many kids you got, all of this other stuff. But you could tell, when you listen to people, you could tell where they at with it. He spoke in the beginning for about that 3 minutes of defining what success is, and not once did he bring up family. Because it's not a value of his. And that's the case for most people. When you think about success, the world doesn't think about the impact that you have on your children. You got the flyest car, you got the flyest clothes, you got all of that. But yet your kids is in the streets doing whatever they want to do. Acting out because you not home. Acting out because they want your love, your attention, and things like that. That's not successful. You're successful in business. But when it comes to life, it's about impact. And the most important people you should have an impact on, a positive influence on, is your family. Like, people, us as men, sometimes we think that our children want the new Jordans. They want all of this stuff. But what about your time, though? How many fathers, how many men are really actually asking their children, would you rather daddy stay home or work overtime? Now, there's some cases where you got to work that overtime because you got to get the bills paid. But if you live in this luxurious lifestyle that Mr. Watson is putting out, you have no excuse, which is kind of the point I was making about with Tom Brady when he came back to football. You was already established as the GOAT, and you still chose to go after it and play some more football as opposed to being home and being with your wife, being with your kids. And we see how that joint turned out. So it's not all about the money. It's not all about the material things that the world tries to tell us to go after. The Bible tells us don't store up in your life earthly and worldly treasures that will fade away. As a man, it's about impact. It's about leadership. It's about taking care of your family. And you don't need to make 6 figures. You don't need to be a millionaire to do that. And it's unfortunate that not only men feel we must do that, but women are even making us think, yo, if you're not making 6 figures, you can't even go out with me. What type of woman is that? But when you ask your mother, you ask your grandmother, You know, people who's been married for decades. And some of them, some people, they like to think, oh, well, you know, our grandparents and people like that, they had nowhere else to go and things like that. Because men were the only ones working. But what if great-grandma, grandma and them were honestly, they were committed to what they made a vow to. Because it wasn't just to each other. It was with God present. What if they were committed to that? And that's why she stayed. But yeah, man. So it's an interesting thing, man. When you're talking about what does it mean to be successful. All I know is you never seen a U-Haul behind a hearse. And to be quite honest, you got to be real with yourself about what it is you pursuing. What it is that you want. So if you want worldly riches and things of that nature, then hey, that's you need to seek out men. And I think Wes brought that up too, to basically listen to people who have what you want. I agree with. But that's all I got for y'all today, man. I don't want to play. I'm not going to do a full reaction to this whole video because it really is a back and forth. It's a lot of cursing. But anyway, y'all stay up. Y'all stay blessed. Peace and love. Leave a like if you got to this point. Comment, all of that stuff, man. I appreciate y'all listening and tapping in. Y'all stay up. Peace and love. May the Lord be with you.